Morning, Amanda Ambles, just ambling down to Proper Job this morning. Not the usual forest walk, I'm afraid. It's very much a street pavement walk this morning. And I was just pondering to myself about, why is it that so many people are single? So many of the people that I know or have become single in the last 5 years or so. And I know that, there's a lot of these solo women on YouTube. They talk about all their experiences of dating, internet dating, what a nightmare it can be, and this sort of thing. And I think perhaps that the world is changing so much that it's a real challenge to us, and it can be even hard enough to get on our own solo, let alone with somebody else. But it does seem like that the generation above me, that people would stick together. They had the traditional values of marriage and things. But often I do think to myself it would be lovely to have a partner, but then I guess you also have to sacrifice, and it can have its challenges too. So it's great and good when people do find each other and that they're suited, but I think it's not so easy these days, to navigate the world on the internet, things like this internet dating. From my experience, it's quite tricky, even getting somebody to have a conversation with you, and let alone meet you. And I myself personally have had a few disastrous dates where somebody's actually walked out on me on the date itself because they asked me, would you date someone who has been vaccinated? And I was just very honest and said no, I wouldn't. So now basically I'll try to get to that stage of asking before I have a date. But interesting, I went all the way to Wales, and I decided that I wasn't going to text and I wasn't going to chase this person, but I drove. It took us about 4 hours actually to get to this place, and then this guy didn't even text me or message me to find out whether I'd arrived there, and turned really strange on me. So basically I was stood up in effect, but I was with friends, and I made the trip all about seeing the places and spending time with my friends and my soul family. And I think that's what it's more about. We did a meditation, myself and my friend Ali, the other day, and we were visualizing what's going on with this AI atlas, and it's very interesting. And one of the things that I got through when I was meditating with her was we need to connect and strengthen our bonds with our soul family, and whether that's new members of our soul family or whatever, that's a very, very important thing that we do. So do you have soul family? Do you struggle with your real family? I know that I do. I've never really felt like I fit in, even though I've got an amazing relationship with my own mother. It can be tricky to navigate these times, and it's loneliness is something that a lot of us do battle. But it does seem like some of these women that I follow online, like Solo in the Woods, they seem very happy with their lives, and even though that they may have tried a few times to do some dating, they've reached the age of 70 or so, and a lot of women I know, and in person and online, seem very content with their lives when they're around 70, and they're just doing, sisters are doing the things by themselves. So it'd be lovely to know the perspective from a men's angle too. Has it been more difficult to date people? I guess we're not such social animals, the pub doesn't exist anymore, and we're quite lucky in Glastonbury that we have a lot of events going on here. But what's your experience been of dating? I'd love to hear your stories. All right, loads and loads of love. Just a quick one today because it's raining now, and we got to get to Proper Job. Amanda Rambles signing out, and thanks for all of you who've been watching my quote shorts, and been really enjoying shorts lately, to be honest, but I will try and get back into doing slightly longer videos too. You take care, lots of love, bye for now. Yeah, so a little bit of a continuation of that last video. So, you know, a lot of people, artists and scientists and that kind of thing, also do they like to spend time in solitary or alone time, so that they can come up with ideas and not have distractions or be interrupted. So people like Nikola Tesla, some people, they never got married at all. So, you know, it's good to kind of contemplate what we can do, what we can achieve on our own. But also, you know, it is lovely to have somebody there to support us through thick and thin as well. But I really do take my hat off to all these strong men and women who are out there, who seem to be very capable and able to just be quite self-sufficient, actually. I was one of these people who actually thrived in lockdown. And although I don't agree with it happening, I didn't struggle at all to have alone time in my space and just to, you know, explore my creativity. In fact, I started an art company, kind of painting these tiles, hanging tiles, and then sending them all over the country. So yeah, for me it was quite a productive time, and I know that a lot of musicians and artists, although, you know, it was terrible that they couldn't perform, I know that they delved quite deeply inside. And, you know, winter is a time for going inward. And but, you know, it's like I do sometimes think it would be nice to sort of sit by the fireside, cuddling someone on the sofa, or, you know, just having that connection and just physically being held and cuddled in bed. But, you know, I'm just being really honest. My Libran ascendant, which is part of my star sign, you know, does crave that. And maybe some of you who are married crave crave to have more alone time. I don't know. It'd be good to hear from you and see what you say. But yeah, thanks for watching, and yeah, love to hear your thoughts as well. Loads of love.